So, and you ain't got no excuse because this knowledge, this wisdom been going out for decades now.
Yeah.
You should already know what this is.
Yep.
I mean, we live in an age of technology. You know, niggas post memes all day. And they'll try to put little information in those memes so everybody act like, you know, they deep today.
Yeah.
Well, so that means you're showing that you don't have an excuse. That you know these things is unlawful. They're off. So you shouldn't be doing these things anymore, man. You know? But our people, they still gonna be simple, man. Our people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
You know?
Opportunity of knowledge, a lot of us walk right past it.
Hey, you know, it is what it is.
Take it as a game.
Yeah.
When shit hit the fan, it ain't gonna be a game.
Shit hitting the
Shit's
fan.
coming, bro. You stop, so I'm gonna tell you directly. Shit's coming. You know? And all the people you see on this sign are not ready for it. None of the people are ready for it.
But the shit is really gonna hit these people on this sign harder than it's gonna hit everybody. You know why? Because these people are the children of the Lord, so they should know better. But our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Right. And that's what we're out here for, to give our people knowledge about what's coming, to prepare themselves against it. The Surgeon General, you know what the Surgeon General is? For the health doctor for America, basically. He just said that our people, these people on the sign, are about to get hit hardest than anybody from this coronavirus thing. And our people right here, for the things that we do, are going to take it because we don't have the money to get out of this stuff, to pay our way for medicines and whatever else.
We don't have
stable jobs.
the money to get top-notch health care.
We don't. And so we're going to get hit the hardest. And they're going to just lock us away in these cities, and we ain't going to be able to go to the store, do nothing. And we're going to get hit, and we're going to become like animals, and what we're going to have to do, run out these neighborhoods and try to go find food. And take and steal and kill and whatever we got to do. Martial law and everything else, man, it's bad coming. All bad coming. And we ain't going to, people going to come and want to ask for answers, we're not going to be here no more.
Right.
Can't see what that is. Yep. Oh no, Ezekiel.
Hey, I respect it, man. I appreciate it, man. May God bless y'all, man. Continue to bless us all.
All right. Bless you, all right.
Hey, you know. I mean, you can only go so far with Jake, man, you know. But hey, you know, the scriptures already said what they were going to do.
That's right.
You know. Jake is they want to continue to be simple, man.
It ain't got real enough for Jake yet.
God. You know.
Yeah. We still walking around smoking the black.
See, that's why the Lord said, I'm a hide. Basically, I'm gonna return to my place until you acknowledge your offense.
Yeah,
and in your affliction, you shall seek him early.
Yep.
See, Jake, when the situations get real for them,
yeah.
See, it doesn't. When stuff is happening elsewhere, Jake have a very subjective attitude about shit.
Bias.
But once it actually involves them, that's when they get objective. That's when they want to take things serious.
Yep.
That's when they gonna want to inquire. Why wait till you about to die to get serious? But that's Jake always been that way, man. Yep.
Ezekiel 33 and 29, I'm going to read down. They shall know that I am the Lord when I have laid the land most desolate because of all of their abominations which they have committed. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, Come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people.
Hey, y'all, man, y'all doing a beautiful thing, man. God bless y'all, man. I love how y'all do that, man. Y'all look back, and I love how y'all got that knowledge, man. Y'all keep that up. Oh, yeah, wait, what are you doing? You stopped for a reason. We told you that you have to push up the block. If we'd have told you to stop smoking that black or that cigarette, then what? You really turned your mind off of it. Okay, it sounds like it, but sounds good till it's time. They acknowledge me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. What?
And they hear thy words, but they will not do them.
That's what I was thinking. They hear the words that we're talking about. They understand the topic and what's at stake, but they will not do them.
Yeah, the Lord said, "Be not a hearer, but a doer."
Right.
Yep.
For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. And lo,
And you know, Jake, even if he wanted to stay, you know, he got his homies and they got some little holes, you know, in their company. So, you know, Jake ain't trying to miss that, man.
But the Jake that walk past Shalom, they know. They know. So it ain't gonna be no excuse in that day for none of these niggas, man.
Which is
You're not
proof.
done.
Which is proof. Which is proof that just because you know you're an Israelite don't mean shit.
Yep. Don't.
That don't mean anything, man.
He may have even known the name of the Heavenly Father. He may have even known the name. It ain't gonna work for him though. Ain't no power in it behind it, ain't no faith in it.
Yeah.
This is an act of faith that we're doing. Okay? Walking on and knowing it, there's no act of faith in that.
It don't matter to the Most High if you know who you are, man. It's about what you're doing.
Hey,
Right.
look at Jake in the ancient world. There's a lot of Israelites that knew they were Israelites. They knew the name of the Lord, and they still got jacked up by the Heavenly Father. Still got slaughtered. Still got taken out.
Yeah, they had their beards, they had their fringes.
Yeah, everything.
You know,
It was wicked, but still they knew.
they was in the temple, you know, in the synagogue every Sabbath, you know, studying. They did all that. Still got fucked up, man. You know. Yeah.
verse 32, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on the instrument.
Entertaining. You know, entertainment, man, and that's what Jake seeks after. You know, whatever can catch Jake's attention, you better make sure it's very entertaining. If not, he will lose. Jake has such a low attention span.
Yep.
That's why they'll stick around for like maybe 2 minutes before they have to get up the street.
If they all came up and we was cussing out an Edomite right
just
there,
don't say it.
they would all be.
They all be right here. It'd be a big crowd.
Oh, it'd be a big. They might even stay for 30
Esau
minutes.
probably pull up like, hey, we gotta break this up.
Yeah.
Social distancing, you know.
Yeah.
But no, you know, we're trying to feed them with understanding, so that they could be edified, so they could be warned and admonished. And Jake feel like, that's not really,
It ain't for me.
that's not. I'm not receiving any gratification out of it. You know. I need something that's gonna satisfy my flesh right now. You know. So if you can give me something right now, and Jake got that attitude, like, hey man, just bring it to me now. Like I just want to hear it.
Instant gratification.
Just give it to me instantly. And if it's not sticking, if it's not satisfying, if it's not scratching my itching ears, then I ain't got no time for it. That's how Jake is, man.
Gave him the skinny in a short amount of time about the seriousness of the situation, and he still passed on.
Yeah.
But that's all right. The Heavenly Father's gonna pass on you. He's gonna pass over us to really get you.
Hey, if the dude from Jagged Edge in the Sakari camp, if he came over to the camp and he was here and they recognized him, you know how many Jakes would stick around, man? Just because he's in the camp. I couldn't imagine. I'm pretty sure Sakari's getting a lot of traffic now with that with the Jake, the member of Jagged Edge being in the camp. People gonna go. They want going to go see him.
Yeah, that's good. I'm
You know?
happy for that situation. Happy he woke up because Sakari's
So are
not
you-
necessarily a bad camp
Right,
to learn from.
right. They teach the truth.
Right, they teach the truth. They teach it better than some of these other Israelite groups. But it's also that other mentality that comes with that group that I won't speak of.
Yeah.
For they hear thy words, but they do them not. And when this cometh to pass, the Lord will come, then shall they know that a prophet has been among them.
And it will come, and that dude's gonna stand there and he gonna tell them that same group, damn, they said this was gonna happen. It's exactly what they said was gonna happen.
And knowing Jake ass, they're gonna be like, nigga, why you ain't tell us?
Yeah. Why didn't you tell us? Nigga, when I got back, there was hoes and blunts and drink and
Yeah,
whatever.
Y'all been rolled up and
Yeah,
everything.
shit, y'all rolled up, man. I was smoking forgot. Salvation is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, we laugh at you, man, but we gonna laugh even harder when it actually come to pass. So,
I gotta appreciate that.
yep.
Matthew 11:16. But whereunto shall I liken this generation is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and you have not lamented. For John came neither eating nor drinking, and they say he hath a devil. The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, behold, a man gluttonous, a winebibber, a friend of publicans and sinners, but wisdom is justified of her children.
Yeah, Jake will find a reason to find fault so that they don't have to.
I don't like the niggas' shoes.
Yeah.
It's dumb shit, bro.
Yeah, y'all got on
the
Nike.
Lord
Why y'all
said-
screaming at me?
That's why Yahweh Shai said a prophet is not without honor
Yep.
except among his own countrymen. They're gonna find some type of excuse to scrutinize why they should believe what you're saying
You should not
instead of
believe,
just
yeah.
trusting that the Spirit of the Lord is working through men to prophesy to you. Jake don't see it like that, man. They rather see a rich nigga or a famous nigga
Yeah.
tell them something. But hey, when things do happen, when it do come to pass, we are gonna be famous.
Right.
Hell, certain famous people they watch us.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
They watch us. Hey, going back to what I mentioned, how you think the dude from Jagged Edge is in the camp?
Yeah.
Yeah. How
Because
you-
all
how-
these
how you
entertainers,
find
they
out?
all are watching, man.
How you find out?
Best believe he told all of his
His
other
bandmates,
Yeah.
guys he know in the industry.
He probably
Yeah.
told
You know?
Jermaine Dupri, all of
It's
them.
a lot. Yes, a lot of the niggas in the industry down there in Atlanta.
Hell yeah,
So that know, that should know now.
they know, man.
They know where them brothers was at down there.
Yeah, man. So hey, I mean, they're gonna know, man. That they came across the prophets,
Yeah.
and the prophets are they're the real celebrities.
Kind.
So that, 3.
I was getting it.
They're the real, they're the
It's
real
three, yeah.
celebrities, man. And also somebody get was it 1 Corinthians 4 where it says unknown but well known. We're dishonored but you are honorable.
Yeah. We're starting up at 9, expect the people.
Yep.
I like this after.
You want that one first or you want this one first?
Get that one.
Okay. 1 Corinthians chapter 4, I'm going to start by verse 9. It says, for I think that the Most High has set forth us, the apostles, last,
Yep.
as it were appointed to death.
Yep.
For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men.
Spectacle. Meaning, we're something that everybody marvel at, and they watch us, whether they're watching to be entertained, or whether they're coming to learn,
Yep.
to study from, or hey, we're like we're like the newscasters that you just tune into.
Yeah.
You want to know what the weather is looking like. We're spiritual forecasters.
Kind.
All right.
It says, we are fools for Yahweh's sake,
Yep.
but ye are wise in Yahweh.
Yep.
We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised.
We are weak, but ye are strong.
Yeah.
Meaning what? Even though the outward man perisheth, the inward man is renewed every day. Meaning we're growing. Spiritually, we're becoming stronger. Mentally, we're becoming stronger, man. We're able to endure different things that people in the world would not be able to endure
Kind.
because they're carnal. Driven by their emotions and their flesh.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
It says, ye are honorable, but ye are despised.
Hey,
Probably
you are
not honor,
honorable,
right?
but read that again.
It says, ye are honorable, but we are despised.
You are honorable, but we are despised.
Yep.
Meaning, on certain aspects, we're respected for what we do. That's why people roll by and they shalom and we like what y'all doing.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, people like how long is this gonna last?
Yeah.
How long they gonna be out here saying
Yeah.
this?
Go get a job. Go do something else.
Yeah.
You know.
You know,
Shit
what if what they saying is not true? You know,
Fan
casting
the hand and all
doubt.
that.
You know,
Calling us false prophets. and
yeah,
stuff.
scoffing.
Yeah.
Well, these guys don't know what they talking about. You know,
You don't see.
hey, you know,
You should be
it's
able
all
to see
gonna
by
be
now.
acquired, man. It's all gonna be required in that thing. Was there? I think there was more, right?
Yeah, it is.
Go ahead.
It says, even unto this present hour, we both hunger and thirst, and are naked, and are buffeted, and have no certain dwelling place, and labor, working with our own hands, being reviled, we bless, being persecuted, we suffer it, being defamed, we entreat.
Yep.
We are made as the filth of the world, and are the offspring of all things unto this day.
Man, I've been on forum sites on the internet where it be a lot of Jake. They be having like discussion topics on different current events, what's going on in the world, what's going on in the sports world, what's going on in the hip hop world, the rap world, you know, all type of stuff, right? Economics, and there be threads discussing the Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah.
And a lot of Jake be talking a lot of shit, man.
Yeah.
They be talking major
I
shit.
seen one too like that. Yeah.
No, I mean, them niggas, man, I wish all them niggas died. That's Jake be talking like that, you know. So and we're like the offscoring of the earth, man. Those guys, them niggas, they don't get no pussy standing out there every week like that. You know, they ain't getting no money. You know,
Yeah.
that's how they talk about us,
I
man.
seen one that said that. Yeah.
But they don't even realize, you're like, dude, don't you know that this is all temporal? You about to lose everything you think you got, nigga. We about to gain way more than with whatever you think you got.
Kind.
Nigga, you gonna come through our loins in the next world, nigga. We gonna son you, nigga. we gonna birth you niggas, man. Talking all that shit, man. And our name is gonna ring bells throughout the kingdom forever.
Kind.
We gonna leave a legacy behind, man.
Elect's name ring bells in the heavens right now.
Huh? You don't know if our names are written in heaven right now,
Yeah.
man. But hey, that's why the scripture said what it said, man. You know, you're honorable, but you're despised.
Yeah.
You know, you hey, we're offscoring of the people, man. Okay, but we'll be that, man. We'll be fools for Yahweh Shai's sake.
That's right.
All right, the Lord said, you know, blessed is he of all men shall revile you.
Yeah. Person.
Speak evil of you falsely.
Yeah.
Cast you out of their company for my name's sake.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be ostracized, man. All right? And then you got those that's going to respect us. You got those that's going to support the prophet. Like the Lord said, you know, he that shall give a cup,
Kind.
he that shall give a cup of water to
The prophet.
one of these little ones in the name of a prophet,
Yeah, he shall get a
he
prophet's
shall
reward.
receive a prophet's reward, man. So you got those out there too. You know, we ain't knocking everybody that you know supports us, but some of you feel like all you got to do is just, you know, throw up a fist palm
And the shalom.
and a shalom, and that's all you got to do, and the Lord is good with you. That's not how things work, man. Not with the Most High, man. You know, anything that you do, you got to do it heartily, man.
That's right.
Go all out with it. If you gonna support us, hey, support us with all your strength, man.
We don't need cheerleaders.
We don't need
man.
that cheerleading shit.
We need more teammates. You want to talk about
We don't need you to
that,
come by and be like, hey, brothers, can y'all read a scripture for me?
Yeah,
and then after that,
Leave.
then you say your piece, and then you just
We
run.
don't-
You
we don't
just
need
run up
that.
to the
We don't
street.
need that right
The Lord
See?
always been an example.
Huh?
Assalamu alaikum.
there. That's what he said?
Yeah.
Through. Most High gonna destroy Jake, man.
This is Daniel chapter 12 and verse 3. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament. And they that turn many to righteousness,
So same people that we were filth and offscoring in their sight is gonna shine in that day, man. We gonna shine to them. They're gonna be like, dang, you got it, man. What are you doing, man? We told you a long time ago that this is what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be in the spirit of Yahweh Shalom. Now you dusty and I can't help you. It ain't because you're dusty. It's because you don't have the understanding.
Yeah.
You don't have the knowledge and wisdom.
hey, even to a certain extent, these other camps are starting to see that there's light here at Great Millstone. Now you got brothers, leaders,
Yeah,
that's
God.
finally saying, hey, GMS is right about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they right about the chip. They right about the mark of the beast. Pastor Tohar was right, man.
Kind. Kind.
So he's seeing the light, man. Hey, the light is shining over here at Great Millstone, man.
That's right.
You know, Eric, the rest of you, I don't know what you see. You know, unless the Lord, you know, shine that light to you and you be converted and healed, man. You know. Go ahead.
And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament.
Yep.
And they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever.
You're gonna be as the stars forever and ever, man.
The true celebrities.
The true light, you know, the true stars.
Kind.
Forever.
And the Lord said,
Forever.
the Lord said, what did he say in was that Peter? That the day star ariseth in your hearts. Hey, that's the Lord, you know, shining His light through you,
Yes.
that people may see it.
The
Hey,
Spirit is on us, man.
wisdom.
Give us this wisdom and light.
And hey, y'all saw that other video where the brother came out to the brothers in D.C.
Yes.
Oh, kind. Yeah.
You saw how amped he was?
Yeah.
He was like, man, you know, y'all got the truth, man.
Yeah.
Hey, because the light is shining over here, man.
I think he said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he used those words.
Yeah, man. So Jake is watching, man.
Yeah.
And a lot of you other groups has been slacking, and you ain't been teaching right. A lot of them that been watching us. You other camps are starting to be exposed through them watching us.
Yeah.
Because they're seeing that
Yeah.
the shit that y'all teaching
Ain't right.
is not adding up.
Right.
But they saying what we're saying is totally adding up.
Yeah.
We've been teaching them starting with our elder apostles on down for all these years, and now look what's coming out.
Kind.
It's looking like, yes, you niggas gonna need a chip in order to live, you know, in these times ahead, man.
Yeah, and you can see with the times that, you know, with everything going on, there's becoming a great divide amongst Israel. You got within the past 3 weeks, you got 2 Israelite groups saying it's okay to take vaccines. Okay, we've always been against that. You're going to see a greater divide of these groups. Certain people want to come out and say specific things that don't go along with doctrine, and the people are not going to. Those people that follow them are going to not take heed to what they're saying because they're going to be going off. The spirit is not. Obviously, the spirit is going to leave them.
Got
These
it.
other groups. You're going to see that. You're going to see a divide. It's really already happening.
What did Apostle Hart say when said what he said? He said, now if you can just get on board with the Cornelius thing,
Yeah.
you know, once you can understand that it's in there, hey, you might be getting somewhere. You know?
I still had that scripture in Zephaniah
Go ahead.
3:19. Behold, at the time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out. And I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. At that time I will bring you again, even in the time that I gathered you, and I will make you a name and a praise among all the people of the earth, when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, saith the Lord.
Hey, man, basically, you people gonna give us our flowers, man. All right? You're gonna give the men of the Lord their flowers, man. You know? Because you're gonna realize that, hey, these men, they actually looked out, man. They was really out there putting their life on the line. They had to really endure our shit.
Damn, I was one of them that was saying, man, them niggas don't know shit. And then one day, what happened? You saw us get persecuted. You start seeing the truth of what we were saying. I'm like, damn, that makes sense. Then they were right, and I helped push that they get fucked up. Now look,
Yep.
now I wish I could take it back, but you can't. But you can't.
That's Wisdom of Solomon
5.
5, man. That's going into that.
I got a quick one at the end of what I was
Hey, because it even says in Wisdom of Solomon 5 that, hey, we basically we went astray away from the light.
Yeah.
they're gonna acknowledge that we did have that light, man.
I just had a quick one tying into what he read right quick.
They're gonna realize they were the ones who the Lord referred to when He said that men love darkness rather than light, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Real quick, back in Corinthians 4 and 14, it says, I write not these things to shame you, so it said,
Yeah, put the shame.
but as my beloved sons, I warn you. So we have the warning to prepare ourselves for what was coming. Now we can go back to
I got something real
Wisdom of
quick.
Solomon.
It's Hosea, real quick. 1 and 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it is said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, you are the sons of the living power.
And sadly enough, a lot of our people are saying it too. We're not the sons of God.
Uh-huh.
A lot of our own people said. The other nations, we know they say it,
Yeah.
but a lot of our own people say it as well.
That's not talking
About
us.
themselves. They ain't talking about us. Then who are those people that's over in the land of Israel? We show them that, and then they still don't see it.
Our people think the Holocaust was worse than slavery.
Yeah.
With no evidence. We have family traits in our history of our people living through this.
We're still dealing with the repercussions of slavery today. Well, what is Amalek doing? They living it up. They flourish, and they get monthly. What do you call it?
Six.
Monthly checks. Yeah.
Payments, yeah.
Man, you got what's called post
PTSD. No.
but it was a black
Yeah,
woman
yeah,
that
yeah,
went
yeah,
into
Oh yeah, kind.
a post-slave
Oh, okay.
Disorder or some shit. Yeah.
post-slave something syndrome.
Yeah.
I forget what the
I don't remember what it was, but yeah, kind of.
Elder Ariella always he used to bring that up.
We do.
Why is it that and it reflects in the behavior of our people?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how you know these
That
people have
analogy
been.
she made was beautiful.
That's how you know these people have been subjugated. They've been defeated. They've been broken down as a people, and they suffer mentally. Like they developed a stress syndrome, from a traumatic situation that they had to endure for so many
It's like a
years.
historical traumatic syndrome.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
It's something like that. Something that happened in their history that leads them as part of their culture now.
Yeah.
That they still believe under those bad conditions about themselves.
Yep.
And that's passed down from generation to generation.
Yep.
The analogy she made, so like real quick, the analogy she made was about how we pass down negative about our own people. We just pass it down generation to generation. We don't speak well of our people. While other nations speak well of theirs, we don't speak well of ours.
And why that same effect? Why doesn't that play within the so-called Jew?
Exactly.
Why they don't have those same conditions? You know, they don't seem like a people that have been devoured and conquered and defeated.
And don't say they're stronger than us that they can bounce back from it. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Nobody believes that.
They couldn't, however long we've been here, 500 plus years, they couldn't do fucking 2 years, 1 year at that.
First,
Other conditions that we
first
live
years in
in,
the kingdom
lived
gonna
in.
be something, a sight to see,
man.
bro. Woo! First few years in the kingdom, the first 100 years
You
in
know,
the kingdom.
you know how they
woo.
say the days have been shortened for the elect's sake?
Yeah.
In the kingdom, them days gonna be lengthened for the elect's sake.
Right, right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's gonna be, a regular day gonna seem like 24 hours. Man. And we can't wait. Can't wait.
Oh yeah, man. Who's
I was reading.
yeah.
This is Wisdom of, you was reading that? Is that funny? Is that?
That was it, yeah. That was
Come.
it.
Wisdom of Solomon, Mr. At the top, 5.
You might as well.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, it says, Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors.
Yeah, these were the people that, they didn't take in consideration that these men were actually doing the Most High's work, man. You know, they didn't really respect them. The prophets they never got respect. Hey, but they did get respect from the king, though.
Right.
The king actually feared the prophets.
Right.
They knew that was the medium of the Most High right there.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
Up until about the time of the Greeks, the other kings was like, they understood.
Exactly.
They understood that there was a higher power and that he was dealing with our people.
Now you think you see how Jake don't, the average Jake out there, they don't respect the prophets. But you better believe those elites, they know not to just suddenly make a move. They got to be calculated for how they move towards the prophets, because they know the Lord is watching over them, man. You know. Go ahead, Al.
It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
Yeah, that's talking about when the chariots show up.
Yep.
So like it, bro. Let me say something real quick. You said talking about the elites can't make a move. If the elites didn't fear the prophets, they would have made a move on the Apostle Tahar and them way back in the 90s, in the 80s when Apostle Gabar said that Edomite got out the limo and said, "How did you find out we spent so much money?" They would have put a stop to it then.
Yeah.
But they feared the prophets back then, and they fear the prophets even more today with all these prophecies coming to pass, and with the prophets telling them exactly what they're going to do.
I think the Lord be plaguing them with like nightmares.
Yeah, kind.
Like anytime they think about doing something to specifically target us, they get hit with a nightmare, man.
Speed up the time clock on their schedule.
Yeah. Hey, the Lord used to do that, man. Like when Abraham was passing through the Egyptians and they thought to take Sarah, his wife. And he got plagued with a dream, with a nightmare. When he woke up the next day, he like, "Yo, man, you was trying to kill me, man? Yeah, take your woman, man."
It's your woman, man.
He told him that was his sister.
Lest we all die in this world. That ain't your sister, man. Quit playing. You know? Yeah, the Lord, he'll plague our enemies in the mind, man. Right when they start to think of something.
You see what this is?
Yeah, empty ass bus.
Bus is full.
Empty ass bus, bro. Bus had 8 people on it, bro. Maybe 5.
Well,
Said
social
bus is
distance.
full. Oh.
Wasn't polio and
Yeah.
all that.
Right, and that's what I first saw. The most empty was near the driver. Social distance.
Let's get back to it.
It says, right here. It says, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. And they, repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit, shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision.
Yeah, hey, going back to what it said in Zephaniah, in a place where you was put to shame,
Yep.
you was humiliated, you was scoffed against, you was told that you're not a man of the Lord, or
It said in every land where you were put to shame, too.
Yep.
Because, mainly here in America, but it's Israelites all throughout the world that catching hell, whether it be in Asia, parts of Africa, Europe.
South America.
Yeah, South America. Is Jake's out there that's been going to hell, catching hell.
Go ahead. There's a little more. It said, and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High? And his lot is among the saints. Therefore, we have erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness have not shined unto us.
ooh,
And the Son of Righteousness rose not upon us.
see,
Yep.
you're gonna realize that, hey, man, these men, they had the light, man. They did have the truth. It's confirmed. They had 100% truth.
Kind.
They wasn't bullshitting, man. How many times we have to defend ourselves when dudes came up against us, saying, "Oh, y'all ain't got the 100% truth. No man got 100% truth." That's because the light is dim over where you at, man.
Yeah, kind.
It ain't shining bright enough where y'all at, man. That's when you're gonna realize it, man. So some men are starting to see it, man. Okay? These men, y'all got the truth, man. I'm looking at these other guys, they got a form of the truth, but y'all,
Y'all got it.
hey, man. And we don't boast, and we don't, we don't boast about that.
It's not of us.
It's not of us, man. This Yahabash, call her Lord Yahabash Shah. You know, and you're gonna have more brothers and sisters that's gonna see the light. They're gonna come right on in there, man. Okay. And this is these people that doubted us, that's down the middle of the Lord. They're gonna have they're gonna be self-convicted.
Right.
You know, like damn, man. I should have put away my pride and just believe that those men. I should have. Why the hell was I being stubborn, man? Why was I being so damn proud? Yeah, you was being proud because you got all the following. You got these simple ass women, cheerleading on your comment boards, and you really couldn't see the bigger picture, man.
And you slandered us with lies, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
To make us look like we didn't have a light.
Yep.
All because we were trying to, someone like us, I'm not going to directly bring it up, but because we broke down how to judge in certain situations and whatnot, you put that judgment like we were the ones committing the act. No, we're talking about this is how you judge in this matter. It ain't that we believe in it and doing it, we don't. It's that we know how to judge it when it comes to pass. You don't know how to judge it with your mind. You judge it with your emotions.
Judge it according to this wicked society we live in.
Yep. It says, it says, we wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as far as the way of the Lord, we have not known it.
Yep.
What have pride profited us, or what good have riches with our vaunting brought us?
Yeah,
what good is all of this?
What good was all that, that pride, man? What good was it? Now you confounded. Now you're confounded now. Now it's confirmed that these men really was right. And now we're at the time of judgment where the Lord said, every man must appear before the judgment seat. Every man must give an account in the day of judgment, man. By thy word shalt thou be justified, and by thy word shalt thou be condemned. You see? So that moment it's gonna hit hard, man.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a very heavy moment, man. Because you're gonna have different people at the last minute that's gonna snap out of those demons and they're gonna see it, man. And you had examples of that in the scriptures where you had, I believe it was a sorceress. Of course she was a demon, but when she saw Apostle Paul, it was like she saw the light and was like, yo, that man right there, he got the way of the truth. He got the truth, man. I think that's what Acts the 16th chapter. Somebody find that? I think it's like Acts 16.
Was it the one where Apostle Paul took the demons off the lady that was
It's like she was a basically she worked for some soothsayers.
They was finessing people out of money.
Yeah. And they didn't like how she was able to see that the Apostle Paul had he had the truth, man. She saw the light. I believe it was like around 15, 16.
Yeah, I started 14. It says, and a certain woman named Lydia, that's a couple, right?
I think so.
See 14 right there?
16.
Jump to 16?
Yeah.
Oh, come. 16, it said, and it came to pass as we went to prayer.
Well, that woman, you could read that because it shows that you had certain women who have professions and they actually believed and they followed the apostles. All right, go ahead.
It says, verse 14, Acts chapter 16, verse 14. And a certain woman named Lydia, a seller of purple of the city of Thyatira, which worshipped the Most High, heard us, whose heart of the Lord opened, that she attended unto the things which were spoken of Paul. And when she was baptized in her household, she besought us, saying, if ye have judged me to be faithful to the Lord, come into my house and abide there. And she constrained us. That's familiar.
Hey, I'm saying.
Right? It says, verse 16, and it came to pass as we went to prayer, a certain damsel possessed with the spirit of divination met us.
So this chick, she was a demon.
Yep.
All right, and she, you know, her occupation was divination, witchcraft. You know, so you know she clearly wasn't right, but she noticed something. Because them demons, they're familiar with the prophets, man.
What is it? One said, how should I know?
Yeah, Paul I know.
Paul I
All I
know.
know.
But who are
You.
thee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says, the same followed Paul and us and cried, saying, these men are the servants of the Most High God, which show unto us the way of salvation.
This almost remind me of the Jake that was in front of the brothers in D.C.
Yeah, Con.
Hey, y'all got the truth, man. I watch y'all, man. Y'all got the way of salvation.
Yep.
You know, y'all are right. You know, hey, that same thing. So even demons sometimes can come in and reveal it, man.
We ain't saying he's necessarily a
We're not
demon.
saying that he's the demon, but it's
Right.
just we're just using her as an example, the sorceress as an example, man. You have people that actually had unclean spirits that even knew they was able to identify the men of the Lord, man.
Right.
You know.
That's right. It says, and this did she many days, but Paul being grieved, turned and said to the spirit, I command thee in the name of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, Yahweh Shem Yahweh, right?
Come
It says,
on.
to come out of her, and he came out the same hour.
Yeah, man. And so, I mean, and also, basically, she took a leap of faith. Her believing that Apostle Paul was a man of the Lord, you know, that was an act of faith, and that put the spirit on Paul to actually take the demons off of him. Plus, he got agitated. You know, she kept on following him around. You know, and she was probably cheerleading him like, yeah, this man got the truth. You know, you can imagine like a so-called black woman coming by the camps like, hey, you better listen to those men. They got the truth. You know how the black woman.
Legion did that a couple times in L.A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You better listen to those men. You know, you get to the point where you be like, all right, man, hey,
We got it from here, bro.
we got it from here.
Appreciate
Hey,
it,
man, get behind me, Satan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you cast the demon out, man.
Yeah.
But them demons on them, they acknowledge, you know, who the Lord's men are, man.
Right. Sometimes they can see it clearer than people, these blind ass people.
Then these Israelite leaders,
Yeah.
you know. You even got Edomites, man,
Yeah.
that can see certain things that you know Jake ain't seen. I mean, Edomites in the Bible Belt,
Con.
Yeah.
and they'll be coming on the comment boards and they'll be agreeing with a lot of what we say. You know?
You see the topics that Jake put up? Like, I was worried about that speaking. Let's see what they say about it.
Right.
Ooh, that make a lot of sense.
Well,
You know?
that's right, man. You know?
That was all you wanted like that.
That was it?
Keep going. That was the point. Because after that it says they when her masters were gone.
Oh yeah, that was good. I don't know who was holding it. Huh?
Did you hold something?
We're also in Second Ezra about standing stiffly for the name of the Lord.
Yeah.
This is Second Ezra, chapter 2, and I'll start at verse 42. I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Sion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs, and in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly.
Hey, I will give them in a place where they will put to shame. I will give them praise and fame. You know, you're gonna earn a reputation for what you did.
Con.
The Lord is actually rewarding you for what you did. You know, if the Lord put a crown on your head, man, you're more famous than anybody,
Yeah.
any other regular person on the planet Earth besides the other elect.
Yeah, exactly.
You're greater. You're far greater in value.
Never in
You're
life.
more richer. You're more valued. You're more famous.
More wise.
Yeah, you're more renowned than any other celebrity or great person in this society, man.
Okay.
You know, that's something big, man. Go ahead.
So I asked the angel and said,
You being co-signed by
Right.
Heavenly power.
Right. Right.
yo.
Right. Okay.
You passed that fast?
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal.
Yep, they got changed. The Lord, you know, he had them come out of those death traps you call these terrestrial bodies. And he gave them the everlasting tabernacles, man. You know? Go ahead.
And have confessed the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Yep.
Now are they crowned and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord.
Okay.
Man,
Okay.
they stood stiffly for him, man. They defended the doctrine. They defended the gospel.
That's right.
You know? Hey, when we defend this gospel, we're defending the name of the Lord.
That's right.
Because the gospel, which is this word, the Lord comes in the volume of the book. The Lord said, blessed is he that's not offended in me.
Yep.
All right? So, hey, as long as you're defending this, you're defending Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. You know?
I'd preach.
So that's why, you know, brothers are going to be rewarded, man. But you got to do this thing sincerely, and you got to do this thing unto the end.
Right.
All right? You got to do this thing unto the end, man. Receiving the end of the salvation of your souls.
Yeah, this thing is not a pit stop along your journey of learning or seeking wisdom. No, this is the destination.
Okay.
And this is the beginning, end, and everything in between, man. Of where you find wisdom at.
Right.
This is the beginning, end of all life that you should be seeking toward. Okay? But here's the crazy part. You don't get to reap it now. But we do reap the wisdom now.
Yeah.
But the benefits of all of this wisdom and all the sacrifices we've done, you get them in the kingdom of heaven, man, when you get crowned, when you get that fame, when you get those riches. Okay?
I gotta preach.
It's Matthew 10 and 22. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved.
Those are the men who the Lord's going to come back and crown. You know, because you kept the word of his patience. You know? So hey, man, you know, that's going to be a beautiful thing, man. You know? I don't know if y'all anything else. You got anything?
No, because it's reaching towards something else. So.
You know? With that, we're gonna close. We're gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash.
Give honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone. Peace and blessings to the tabernacle of David, the 04 elect. We're gonna say Shalom wa Babu Bo.
Ba, ba, ba.